I'm Yina Piao. Today I'm going to talk about how to taste wine, and there are 10 steps to taste wine. Why people taste wine? The reason, the first reason people wanted to taste wine because whenever you come across the fertile wine country, wine tasting is one of the most rewarding excursion available. If you long to walk through the vineyards and admire the grape wines and the picturesque backdrop, wine glass in hand, you must first learn to appreciate the subtle beauty of wine. And so these are the reasons why people want to taste wine. The first step is look at the wine, especially around the edges. Tightening the glass a bit can make it easier to see where the color changes from the center to the edge. Holding the glass in front of a white background, such as a napkin, tablecloth, or a sheet of paper, is another good way to make out wine's true color. Look for the color of the wine and the clarity, intensity, depth, or saturation of color are not necessarily linear with quality. White wines become darker as they age, while time causes red wines to lose their color, turning more brownish, often with a small amount of harmless dark red sediment in the bottom of the bottle or glass. And the second step is swirl the wine in your glass. This is to increase the surface area of wine by spreading it over the inside of the glass, allow them to escape from the solution and reach your nose. It also allows some oxygen into the wine, which will help its aromas open up. And the third step is note the wine's viscosity, like how slowly it runs back down the side of the glass while swallowing. So more viscous wines are said to have legs and are likely to be more alcoholic. Outside looking pretty, this has no relation to a wine's quality, but may indicate a more full-bodied wine. And the first step 4 is sniff the wine like the picture should. Initially, you should hold the glass a few inches from your nose. Then let your nose go into the glass and ask yourself, what do you smell? The step 5 is take a sip of wine, but do not swallow it until you are finished with this step. The difference between drinking and tasting is expectorating. Roll the wine around in your mouth, exposing it to all of your taste buds. You will only be able to detect sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. Pay attention to the texture and the other tactile sensations, such as apparent sense of weight or body. And step 6 is the aspirate through the wine with your lips pursed as if you were to whistle, or draw some air into your mouth and exhale through your nose. This liberates the aromas for the wine and allows them reach your nose where they can be detected. The nose is the only place where you can detect a wine's aromas. However, the enzymes and the other compounds in your mouth and the saliva alter some of the wine's aromatic compounds. By explorating through the wine, you are looking for any new aromas liberated by the wine's interaction with the environment of your mouth. And step 7 is take another sip of the wine, but this time introduce air with it. In other words, slop the wine without making a loud slopping noise. So note the subtle difference in flavor and the texture. And the next step is note the aftertaste. How long does this finish last? Do you like the taste? And the next step is write down what you experienced. You can use whatever terminology you feel comfortable with. The most important thing to write down is your impression of wine and how much you like it. Many wineries provide plates and pans that you can take your own tasting notes. This will force you to pay attention to the subtleties of wine. Also, you will have a record of what wines taste like, so that you can pair it with meals or with your mood. Usually, wines have four basic compounds: taste, tannins, alcohol, and acidity. Some wines also have sweetness, but leather is the only appropriate in dessert wines. A good wine will have a good balance of all characteristics. And the last step is try to pairing wines with unusual ingredients and how it enhances or diminishes the flavors of wine. With red wines, try different cheese, good quality, chocolate and the berries. With white wine, you can try apples, pears, and citrus fruit. And a perfect pairing is highly enjoyable experience. So there are 10 steps to taste wine. So there are some tips. It's time to experiment on your own and write the tasting notes for yourself. So that's it. Thank you.